KHQA Overtime with Chris Dewar, sponsored by Hollister Whitney.
And this is Saturday, January the 11th, and you have indeed entered overtime on one of the busiest local sports weekends of the entire year, and accordingly, we're going to jump right into the fun tonight. Basketball and wrestling galore, and our journey will start at Blue Devil Gym, where it must feel like a unique luxury for Andy Douglas to get back-to-back nights after the December his team enjoyed on the road. Bradley Longcore III starting off the scoring effectively right here with a three, and then he played distributor to Keyshawn Thomas, who had an 18-point night. The Blue Devils just attacking Springfield right and left. It's Cameron Wires to Dom Clay. He bombs home a three at that point. We're not done. Clay to Wires to Longcore, and BL3 from Steph Curry range puts Quincy High School up 15-9 at this point. How about some defense from Mr. Wires? Good steal, kick it ahead. You know what's going to result. A big-time one-handed hammer from Mr. Dom Clay, and the gym was just rocking out from that point on. The Blue Devils still working. Clay to Longcore for three. BL3 was feeling it tonight as part of a 21-point night. More from Longcore here, moving off the screen and effectively knocking down the jumper as well. How about we get some other guys involved in the highlights? Jarius Rice doing his thing right here. Beautiful steal and finger roll at the other end. Then it's Rice finding Rico Clay, two of our favorite football guys going to work on the hardwoods for the layup right there. Back to BL3, and yes, the future pride of Santa Clara working hard on the inside, muscling his way for two more at this point. Some more Dom Clay steal action, and Longcore is going to score at the back end. All Quincy High School in this one as the Blue Devils win and win big. They put 80 on the board and win 80-56. Meanwhile, we've got the championship game for you of the Highland Tournament. Battle of big guys, Canton and Keokuk. Early on, though, good showing from Bryce Baker as Canton is trying to make a move in this one. At the other end, though, Drew Campbell inside slithers and kisses one off the window. Baker's going to answer right back, again doing work along the baseline to tie this game in the first quarter at 15. But check out Blake Chase right here from the corner. He turns, pivots, and fires to beat the buzzer. It's an 18-15 lead for Keokuk after 8 minutes. From that point forward, big second quarter and big third quarter from the Chiefs. Jackson Clark showing off that stretch game from that point of comfort for him. Top of the key three. Then Drake Anderson, who's had a marvelous tournament, steps in and hits the Durka-like jump step, courtesy of Dirk Nowitzki right there. There's a little Jackson Clark inside, cleaning up the offensive rebound not once but twice and getting that to go. And really, this surge right here was pretty much all Keokuk. More to come in this one. It's Blake Chase spotting up wide open from deep distance and knocking down the easy three. Then Brenton Hord's going to play initiator and play it well tonight. Going to get inside and look at Jackson Clark wide open on the inside. Easiest two of his night. They did not come easy tonight for anybody. More from Horde. He was hearing about it from the student section behind him. He let them know that he had heard them and wanted them quiet. Good stuff from Brenton Horde right there. It's a double-digit lead. Canton does go on a bit of a surge at the end of the second quarter to get back into this thing. Preston Brewer doing Preston Brewer type things. Then Caden Oliver to beat the buzzer. Nice jumper for him as well. It is an 8-point Keokuk lead going into the third. And in the third, Keokuk is going to blow this thing wide open. Brenton Horde at his stealing best tonight. Not once, but twice here with another steal and swoop at the other end. Horde making all kinds of fun happen. Preston Brewer trying to answer back at the other end. He took a beating tonight from the big fellas inside for Keokuk, just kept pounding away at it. More from Horde, yet another big steal for him. It's a 23-point lead. That's how big this thing would get in favor of Keokuk in the early third quarter, and they just kept feeding things inside for Jackson Clark to take advantage of that. Give Canton some credit in this one after Mr. Clark hit that. Preston Brewer went on a one-man show as he delivered 10 quick points to help his team carve that once 23-point lead down to as few as 4, but that would be as close as this thing would get The Keokuk Chiefs are your champions tonight. They get the win and look good doing it. 59-52 your final. Big week for the Keokuk Chiefs. You'll hear more from them on what this meant to them coming up early next week. One other boys score to pass along from tournament play in Missouri today at the Salisbury tournament. South Shelby falls and has to settle for 4th place with a 20-point loss to Glasgow. All right, let's take you to day 1 of the Winchester Invitational, that dreaded 1-9 game to start things off. Rout, the top seed, ranked 4th in the state in 1A, taking on Griggsville Perry early on. Nice little pass inside to Adam Abel. 6'7", wide open in the paint is good, but Griggsville Perry giving no quarter in this one. Hunter Brown getting the members only bounce for 3. A little bit of defense coming right here for the Rout Catholic Rockets. It's that guy, the All-Stater Bryson Mossman, doing his thing right there. Didn't have the best of days. Then on the Adam Abel run out, it's a 6-5 Rout lead after 8 minutes. Yes, the breakfast game always low scoring and not necessarily always pretty. Rout up 1. It would not get much better for Rout in the first half in this one as Griggsville Perry would get hot, and this guy, Brody Rush, was a big part of it. Bombing 3s right and left in this one. Rush not done, gonna hook up right here. Off the Rout miss, in transition with Quentin Booker Jr. Pretty pass, even prettier result, and at the end of the first half, upset alert. It was the Tornadoes leading 18-17. Third quarter, things get a little better in this one for Will Whalen's team as it's Eli Olson hitting the midi right there, and then Bryson Mossman working his way to Kellen Creviston, who is committed to Wisconsin Oshkosh to play quarterback for our own good buddy Peter Jennings up there. Petey Bananas to some of you. Good take for him. Good day for Mr. Creviston. How about this? Crevy on the back end of another feed right here for Mr. Mossman. And finally, Rout seemed to be finding some kind of momentum and inertia in this game. They go back to work, hitting the big fella, Adam Abel, who had 18 points, and Rout goes on to win this game. Finally, by the count of 42-35, the 1 seed survives and gets the win on the day. 42-35, your final in that one. Let's take you to the second game of the day. Triopia taking on Western in this one. Barrett Whitehead have a first half of this one, left all alone. The look off 3 is good, and he gets that to fall. Again, more from Whitehead. This time, a little bank shot brilliance for him as he's going to get that high off the window and that to fall as well. Andrew Hobrock working as well on the offensive glass, and he's going to get the take to go in as well. First quarter was kind of a back and forth affair. Give Western credit. They played hard. They played well. They got a big scoring day from Casey Tobias and got some balance early on in this one. Second quarter, though, this was all about Triopia as Avery Nethery is going to explode on the day. He had a good day today, scoring inside right here, and then more from Barrett Whitehead as it would be Triopia pulling off the win. 60-26 is your final. Avery Nethery had 23 points and 9 rebounds in the win for his team. On to the scoreboard from the Winchester Invitational today. Brown County, no problem with their first round matchup with Pleasant Hill, winning that one 75-33. Jackson McNeff with 19 points in that contest. Also at Winchester today, we can tell you in the first round, a secondary score to pass along to you. It was on a buzzer beater at the horn, 3-pointer style. West Central avoiding the upset at the hands of Payson Seymour. 44-41. Nick Hamilton delivers the game-winning bucket at the bell in that one. Great contest, and you always get something great in the first round in that affair. We certainly did so today. At the Hancock County tournament tonight, we only got one of the 2 scores. Can't tell you what happened between Unity or West Prairie. If somebody wants to send that to me on social media, I'll post that on the web. But Illini West in the second game tonight beats Southeastern 54-46 up at Warsaw to continue the fun on the day. Let's go to Southeast Iowa now. Fort Madison boys back home after making the long road trip to Williamsburg last week, taking on Central Lee. And yes, Julian Deere starting things off on the right foot for his team. How about Kendon Bowie? The big fella had a monster day today. He's as bouncy and as athletic as they come, up and under for 2. But the behind the back pass from Caden Swan to Braden Wyrick, knocking down the 3 in this one for the Hawks. Later it's Will Hayes, the big fella, gets to the hoop and gets the friendly carom to go home. Wyrick would actually put Central Lee up 11-7 in this game, but Nolan Guzman not having any of it. He had a 21-point day. He's going to get the steal and the lay-in at the other end. And yes, pretty stuff. Thought he might dunk it for a second. Pulled up, no matter. We still like it. Owen Swan doing Owen Swan type sniper things from the top of the key with a 3. Fort Madison will build their lead in the second quarter, one they would never relinquish. Julian Deere lights up for 3. Then good ball movement is going to find Mr. Deere yet again. It's Bowie to Deere for 3. You can't leave him open. Give him space, he'll kill you. And you know what? That's exactly what kind of happened today. Deer reversing polarity. This time it's Bowie with a 3. The big fella has that in his repertoire. More from Mr. Guzman, the steal and the layup. He had 21 points on the day, as I mentioned. Also with 21 points on the day, Kendon Bowie. How about the big time finish? Yeah, that'll be on Sensational 7. Huge dunk for him. Big day all the way around for the Hounds as they win and win big. 81-53 is your final. Another very good day for Ryan Wilson's crew as they get another big win to try to build momentum into the new year. So good day for Fort Madison, good day for Keokuk, good day bouncing back from a loss to Central Lee last night for Holy Trinity. Playing on dead legs, tired legs today, still managed to go on the road and beat Winfield Mount Union today. 3-point shooting, the story today. Luke Hellige led his team with 24 points, 7 of them coming off, well, he not 7 of them. He hit 7 triples today, 21 of them coming from 3-point range. Lane Rung, also with a big day today. He ended up with 23 points. He had 4 triples in the offing. As I said, Holy Trinity bounces back nicely from that big loss to Central Lee. And we're just getting warmed up here on the Big Overtime Show. We've got girls action for you, including an historic day in Western Illinois wrestling. Nice job, good sir.
Yeah, sorry about those graphics. It was like, for some reason it's auto-playing them, so it like go through it real fast and then flip to the beginning.
Okay.
Couldn't.
We'll make it happen.
Yep. But thank you for the compliment.
Yeah, we're good. All right, we're coming straight back to girls video. Thank you.
KHQA Overtime with Chris Dewar, sponsored by Hollister Whitney.
And welcome back to Overtime, true believers. Championship day with something special brewing in Ewing today between Keokuk and Palmyra. Early on, good battle. How about the loose ball save by Jersey Arami? It's going to turn into a Claire Williams attack. And that, my friends, set off a really good point guard battle between Claire and this young lady, Kendra Boatman, the larceny and the layup to start her day off on the right foot. Sydney Compton built for games like this. Physical and nasty inside. She's not afraid. Good take for her. 4-point advantage to Palmyra. Sid is going to do more work on the interior to grow that. But here comes more from Palmyra's point guard as well. Off the Kendra Boatman miss. Claire Williams hits hyperdrive, and she's good to go at the other end. 10-5 Palmyra heading in to this halfway point of quarter number one. Off this fun, though, comes Kendra Boatman, avenging herself immediately on the take. Hustle play goodness here from Leona Stewart, going to lead to a Cameron Atterberg finish on the inside. And yes, the 5 for Keokuk doing good work right here, cutting the lead down to 14-11 at that point. Nevaeh Logan working the offensive glass for the putback. It's just 16-15 Palmyra now after one quarter. Monster 3 here from Allison Ames gives the Chiefs their first lead 50 seconds into the second quarter. Sydney Compton going to answer right back, having none of it. The offensive putback and the Band-Aid for her as part of a 3-point play. Let's let Ireland Say get involved. Big 3, bounced home off the window for her. Then Kendra Boatman again in transition finds Nevaeh Logan again running well. Good stuff right here, and Keokuk's going to have the lead and continue to build upon it. Boatman to say right here, it's 26-23, and Ireland going to do more work coming up with the steal off the back end. But first, how about Sydney Compton working right there for a 3 as well. Here comes Ireland Say, getting that steal and making things happen at the back end of this. And then a little more fun in this one. Claire Williams helps balloon the lead in this game to as much as 11. Claire doing nice work in this game, and then a little more fun from Anna James. That tied it up actually 28 at the half. Here's that third quarter now. Claire Williams helping balloon the lead to as many as 11. Claire again for 3 right here. Deep into the third quarter, here comes the comeback by the Chiefs. Kendra Boatman going to ignite it, getting the fortuitous carry. By the way, mind you, Keokuk missed 26 free throws today, so they had to fight doubly hard to make things happen. Cameron Atterberg knives into the lane for the high percentage zone shot. Ireland Say again, the extra pass to Ada Wood. That's great stuff right there. Then Boatman off the Atterberg steal, and all of a sudden Keokuk's lead. They had a lead. It was up 2 at that point after being down 11. A little bit more from Palmyra trying to get back into this one. Avery Weishart buries the long 3 at this point. Keokuk annihilated Palmyra on the offensive glass today with second chance and third chance opportunities. That again, Cameron Atterberg, who gets it done. Sid Compton's 32 points in this game, not enough to bridge all the gaps in that one. And as I mentioned, Keokuk shot it incredibly poorly from the free throw line. Good teams still find a way to win against good competition, and Keokuk did exactly that. 65-62. We will hear from Matt McGacky's team early next week as well as to what this means for them. Obviously a win that kind of magnifies what a regional might feel like down the road. So really good stuff coming from the Lady Chiefs as well. On the scoreboard today, South Shelby beats Cairo to win the Salisbury Tournament title game. Battle of state-ranked teams, the story in this one, and it's all over social media. We've got a copy of it for you. We're going to put it on Sensational 7 if we can, but Callie McWilliams leading the way in this one with a game-winning 3-point buzzer beater at the end of double overtime. What a win for South Shelby. Coach O'Laughlin and crew doing it in the most dramatic way possible. 65-62 was your final. Girls action today from, well, I'll get to that in a second. One more from Salisbury Tournament. The consolation bracket, Paris bounces back after a rough week and beats Meadville to end things on a victorious note. All right, onward and upward to Southeast Iowa. Fort Madison versus Central Lee in this one. Hadley Wolf takes it the length of the court herself for the layup. And when you have problems, you call in the Wolf. She does exactly that. Kenda Sandoval on the down low right here. She gets the N1 opportunity, muscling up on the inside for the Lady Hawks. Some nice passing at the other end. Dayana Davis doing what she does right there. She's got such a smooth game. Nifty layup for her. Macy Doty right here with the catch and shoot 3. That's pretty darn good for her. Fort Madison, though, going to pull away from this game early and often. Nice pass here from Jordan Marshall to Ellie Hubner for the layup as well. And then check this out, another Sensational 7-worthy highlight. 3 seconds left in the third quarter. Hallie Makey gonna bank home the 3-point buzzer beater. Are you kidding me? All Fort Madison in this one as the Lady Hounds get the win. 54-27 your final for them. Pretty good win for those young ladies. Let's take you down to Columbia, Missouri. Sophie Cunningham Invitational, Quincy High School taking on Principia, who's really, really good. Quincy High School in a big hole for most of the first half. Principia leading this game 27-22 at the half, and then an 11-point lead in the third. But here comes the comeback late third. Miley Longcore, ML1 we're calling her after today, hits a 3 to bring the lead down to 2. And then to start the fourth, it's Longcore again, tying it up for the Blue Devils at 40 all. Less than a minute in the final quarter. Quincy down 2, and Jada Brown does this. What can Brown do for you? Yeah, pretty nifty back down move. We're all tied up at 48. She had 14 points. At that point, we would go to overtime. Quincy taking the momentum, Cameron Byquist from the outside going to knock down a three. She had 13. Principia would not back down. They tied it again at 59 this time, and Chloe Nicholson going to call her own number. The fab freshman, who everybody down there came out to see today, makes it happen. Miley Longcore, the story in this game, with 20 points. She was the MVP and got to hang out with the Cunningham sisters afterwards. What a win for Quincy High, 64-61 in double OT. Coming up tomorrow, Quincy High School back in action. We'll have those highlights for you right here with Ben Schmidt at 10 o'clock. Also today, for the first time this season, Quincy Notre Dame girls taste defeat, which means Monday's big showdown at Pittsfield will now not be a battle of the unbeaten. Quincy Notre Dame running into a buzzsaw. Tough start for the Lady Raiders. They fall down early, never really get back into it, losing to Bree Central 63-47. Sage Stratton had 14 in a losing cause. And at the Eastland Lanark shootout today, no such problems for Central Southeastern, bouncing back from that loss to Quincy Notre Dame earlier this week. They win 62-33 against Pecatonica. They probably would have got a better challenge from the Pecatonica boys, who are ranked number 1 in 1A. Central Southeastern doesn't care. They'll play with anybody. Carly Peters leading the way with 19 points. All right, I mentioned it at the top of the show. Wrestling history today, senior day at the Macomb Quad. You are looking at Miss Kelly Ladd going for her 100th career win. Wasted no time in doing so at 140 pounds. Gets the win via the pinfall today. Kelly Ladd is just an absolute stud. She killed it today, got that 100 win. The celebration is on for her. Great stuff for Kelly Ladd. One of just 2 girls I know of in West Central Illinois who have yet in that early history of the sport to post at 100 wins. Good for her. 155 pounds, Drew Hyde gets the win by pin as well. Good for Drew. And one more from Macomb for you, Avery Lundgren going to work. She, too, is going to get the win by fall today. So the Macomb girls showing out. We didn't get final results, so I can't tell you how the team scores fared in the quad. You know, Jacksonville was there as well. But a great day as well for the Macomb Lady Bombers and a great day for Kelly Ladd. Our congratulations. And we'll have all your college action coming up next when overtime continues. Thank you, sir. I'm going to kind of fly through this block. Thank you, sir. Yeah, 28-27. I believe. College basketball action now from Springfield. Quincy University taking on UIS in this one. And man, it's good to be back home. Jake Hamilton Max Boer finds him for the deep 2. Playing back in Springfield. Good stuff from him. Ethan Brown, not a native, but he hits from the mid-range. The Hawks trying to get back into this when Logan Robbins finds Max Boer. Nifty pass, great move. The Hawks are only down 1 at this point. Then Boer using a screen from Todd Beeg to get the jumper right there. That's puts Quincy University up 3. 7 minutes left in the half. Quincy down 5. John Kelly, the third, scores through contact. Bucket and Band-Aid for him, and he would convert the free throw. Cameron Kincaid splitting the defense and getting the friendly roll here on the layup. The Hawks still down 6 at this point, but they would eventually recover. Here it's Robbins to Hamilton for the nifty 3. Quincy University wins this one 83-78. On the men's college scoreboard today, rough day in Macomb for the Leathernecks as they lose by 20 to Tennessee State. Culver Stockton having a rough day as well as they lose by 21 at home to Peru State. The John Wood men falling to number 5 Parkland at home 80-64. And Illinois College losing as well. That's rare. They lose to Ripon today on the road 74-62 your final. The John Wood women at home today taking on Parkland in a big 15-point hole in the first half. Here they come though. Blair Eftink is going to find Tegan Sewell right down the heart of the lane there for the easy 2 right there. Then Miss Eftink going to go to work on her own. She's really good at this, as those of you who watched her at Quincy Notre Dame know. Give her some space to shoot 3, she'll knock them down. Big shot Blair getting that done. She ended up on the day with a team high 23 points, and then check this out from Grace Dieters. Step back magic for the pride of Bowling Green from long distance. She hits the 3. You know what? At one point, John Wood got this down to 4, but never any closer. Parkland wins 78-62 your final. Other women's college action today. Western Illinois, a big-time winner at home today, shooting the 3 really well, especially Mallory McDermott, who was 6 of 9 from beyond the arc. Also today, Culver Stockton, and man, what a defensive effort for the Lady Wildcats as they hold Peru State under 40. They're now 9-6 on the season thanks to that win, and a big win for the Quincy University Lady Hawks as well on the road at UIS, getting the win 80-64, and we'll have more overtime coming up after this.